Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I am continuing my solo campaign using Dungeons & Dragons, the 2024 edition. Since I am using that edition, I thought I'd give their campaign journal a try. This is a worksheet in the Dungeon Master's Guide. So, last session, Flintbeard the Dwarf Fighter arrived in Flan. He rescued a horse rider from a swarm of rats. For his trouble, he gained 1 gold and 40 XP, and we begin this session down to 11 health. Flintbeard is going to look for a job by checking the local notice board. Now, the Dungeon Master's Guide does have a patron table on page 111, and these are some ideas for how your party might come across a quest. The first 3 of these patron hooks are good for characters new to a town. The last 3 hooks are for characters who have done a few quests and have developed a reputation. Basically, by that point, they are being sought out. I already had in my mind, I wanted to go with the cliche of a job board, so that's what I'm going with today. This edition also has what they're calling adventure situations, and basically these are quest hooks, and they are by tier. So tier 1, level 1 to 4, Tier 2 is levels 5 to 10, Tier 3 is levels 11 to 16, and Tier 4 is levels 17 to 20. That's on page 107. So I rolled a d20 and I got a 12. To take revenge against a village for an imagined slight, a necromancer has been animating the corpses in the village cemetery. We're not in a village, we're in a city. So I'm going to say that the notice board reads something along the lines of adventurers wanted to deal with undead. Please see Brother Keith over in the Valhingen graveyard. So that's where Flintbeard is going to head off. I am going to roll an encounter for on the way to the graveyard. Once again, I'm using this Waterdeep City Encounters supplement to find a random urban encounter. The problem is there are no NPC stat blocks available for this edition yet. They're all going to be in the monster manual. So if I roll an encounter that requires an NPC stat block, I might just re-roll it and see what else I get. 58. I think I got 68 last time. Let's see what 58 is. Newsprint seller. A newsprint seller sings out the latest events to befall the City of Splendors. Choose a notable event from your own campaign story, adapt something from the Waterdeep rumors table, or roll a d4 to determine today's news. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see what we come up with. Number 2. Yeah, because this campaign is brand new, there's no other events I can fall back on. So let's see what number 2 is. This isn't great. One of the characters is named as a murderer. The character is accused of murdering a noble during a gambling game with an accurate description of their appearance published in the newsprint. Well, this is interesting because Flintbeard has literally just arrived to the city. All right, let me have a think about this. Flintbeard is wanted for a murder of a noble during a gambling game. So I'm trying to figure out what he would do here. He could try and explain the situation to the City Watch and just explain that he's literally just arrived in town. Or I guess he could try and just get through the city. If this was me as a player, I would want to hand myself in and get this sorted out. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Flintbeard takes himself to the nearest Blackfist guard, who are the City Watch, and hands himself in. He is promptly thrown into the local watch house. Now, there were 2 City Watch characters. Well, actually there were more, but the 2 main City Watch characters I remember from the first season of Adventure League, there was Lieutenant Bolvar and there was Captain Alid Burel. I'm going to roll a d6 to see who it is. Depending on who it is, the story is going to go a very different way. 1, 2, 3 will be Lieutenant Bolvar. 4 to 6 will be Alid Burel. Let's see how I go. Alid Burel. That's probably the person I wanted. Okay. Knight Captain Alid Burel comes to question Flintbeard. Flintbeard sees a knight of the Black Fist in her late 40s with grey streaked blonde hair. She has a stern frown on her face. She introduces herself as Alid Burel of the City Watch. She interrogates Flintbeard. And basically he explains it couldn't have been him. He has literally just arrived in the city. I'm going to do a persuasion roll. I'm going to make it a DC of 12. Now let's have a look at my charisma. Persuasion is +3. So I have a decent chance of passing this. Let's see how I go. Just rolled a 19. So Knight Captain Alid Burel is persuaded by my story, but the mystery remains of who did actually kill the noble and why is Flintbeard being set up. She tells him not to leave town, but she may have more questions for him. At this point I had a question. Was this noble from House Sokol or House Cadorna? These are 2 houses that have previously appeared in Flan, in novels, and also in the first season of the Adventures League. I decide to roll a dice. On a 1, 2, or 3, the noble will be from House Sokol. On a 4, 2, or 6, the noble is from House Cadorna. I roll a 6, the noble is indeed from House Cadorna. I think that is where we will leave it for today. Flintbeard will leave the watch house and head towards the Valhingen graveyard. Do you think you would have handled that differently? If you do, post your comment down below. Otherwise, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.